few weeks ago, I got to go to Fender headquarters in Arizona, and I'm not going to leave empty-handed, so I brought back this beautiful limited edition Strat with me. We're going to tell you all about it, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name's Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
And we are here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us on the interwebs at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast. It's called the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. So, like I said, I got to go out to a Fender dealer event, go to the Fender headquarters out in Scottsdale in the Zona, and bid on some cool custom shop guitars. One of those immediately found a home. This was another one that we've got recently, and it's funny. There's a meme going around with Denzel Washington and Jamie Foxx where he's like, "I'm from around the way, you know. I'm leaving with something." That's kind of how I felt at that event, and so I left with something. And that something is this '69 limited edition Strat in this beautiful sparkle purple
Journeyman
finish.
purple sparkle. And I mean, it goes without saying that 1969 is considered the golden year for Stratocasters. CBS-era Strats have long
lusted
been,
after.
Lusted after. So there has to be a pretty dang good reason why Mr. McKee would choose a year that's not 59, 60, 61, 63, whatever, 54, 69. Give me the scoop.
Well, I had a 70s Strat that I actually really loved.
Yeah.
It is no longer in my possession. That's what happens when people go through homes when you're at college. It disappeared. But I really loved that guitar. And so, you know, generally speaking, and I've said this on the channel, I usually prefer the smaller headstock on a Strat, but sometimes I make exceptions. I still love the big logo, which is just so cool. But this is neat because it's kind of a transitionary period. Yes, it was post-CBS, but it's still 60s.
Yeah.
And so you've got the big headstock and you've got the big logo, but you don't have the 70s neck joint. You don't have the 70s pickups. It's kind of this period of history in Fender that I think is cool. And I also push back a lot of the times when people say, you know, you look at the vintage market and 50s and early 60s Strats go for way more than CBS Strats. But that's not the case if it happens to have a famous person's name appended to it, because a lot of our favorite Strat players were playing brand new late 60s and 70s era Strats. You know, the Hendrix Strat that he's famous for was not a pre-CBS Strat.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen, well, Yngwie Malmsteen famously says this is the preferred headstock. The additional mass that the big headstock gives you, you know, according to him.
I mean,
adds some
he wants additional
stuff.
mass, but he wants scallop frets. So, like,
yeah,
you know.
Well, maybe it's balancing out the
yeah.
scallop fretboard, and you know, maybe it holds his Rolexes on better, so
I
they
think
can't
so,
slide off.
yeah.
I don't know. And I loved the color, I loved the finish, and I really like limited edition stuff. So the other one we had gotten was also a limited edition, and you know, the way I look at it, there's very few custom shop guitars available, period. There's even fewer limited edition custom shop guitars available. And so I like something a little different from time to time.
The way I see it that makes it cool is a lot of times you hear people dogging on CBS era stuff, and it's more because of the poor manufacturing at times.
Right, and that even really didn't hit till the 70s.
Yeah. But I think that's what scares people is they're like, oh, the late 60s and 70s Strats, they weren't great. But the formula is cool. The look is cool. And so you take the quality control of the custom shop and then kind of reimagine some of those years that don't get enough love, and you get like a really cool, unique Strat.
Well, and think about it too, you know, there's things that we romanticize and that we honor from that era. So George Harrison's Telly is from that era.
Yeah.
You know, the Telly Custom was a product of that time frame.
Yeah.
The thin lines and the deluxes and all of that stuff came about then.
Yeah, and now Fender with the AV2s and with custom shops is righting the wrongs.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and there's some other things too that were inventions that came about then that we still use, like the micro tilt neck adjustment that was on the 3-bolt. That's why it was a 3-bolt we still have micro tilt neck adjustments.
Yeah.
It doesn't get talked about much, but if you don't want to shim your neck with a playing card, that's why that exists. So yeah, I think maybe it's not always appreciated for what it is. And like I said, this is transitionary. So 70s Strats usually have flat pole pieces and they're not staggered. This is flat pole pieces that are staggered.
Yeah.
The neck shape on this is cool.
It's a thick dog, which I like.
I like chunky necks. Yeah. This one was the 69 oval U shape. Right?
I think so. It's some kind of U, some kind of oval U, I believe. It's definitely thick. You got the spec right there?
I do, yeah. So it is a 69 style oval U and a 9.5-inch radius.
That's
not
good for
vintage,
me.
yeah. 3 hand wound 69 Strat pickups. And I specify that because if you're familiar with custom shop, the minute you set hand wound, the price goes up.
Yeah.
They got some special sauce on them. Bone nut, dot inlays, Journeyman Nitro relic finish. And then, your typical vintage, synchronized tremolo, vintage tuners.
So, before we get into playing, I just want to say, one, I like the sparkle finish, and I like the Journeyman on the sparkle because I'm usually not like a huge relic guy, but it's not like it's a, worn away kind of look, but the checking at the right angle looks really cool on it.
So I noticed this, I think the first time on the Brad Paisley Telly when they did it, and it was like sparkle finish with the checking. The checking on a sparkle finish just makes it more sparkle.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's just, it adds a certain cool dimension to it, which is neat. The other reason this caught my eye, my wife's favorite color is purple. And sometimes I like to see if I can just sneak a guitar past her because of the color. What's funny is I took this into her office here and I was like, look, and she goes, that's not purple. I'm like, it is purple. I'm colorblind, but Fender's not.
What did she say it was?
She said it wasn't. She's like, it's blue. I'm like, maybe you're colorblind.
This is purple.
It's a purple. It's a dark purple.
It's a dark purple.
And
deep purple even.
Ah,
the
there
Richie
you go.
Blackmore. So this thing is cool, and it is kind of, to me, we have no shortage of custom shops that are very traditional. We're going to have some more coming in
Fiesta
that are
Reds and Sunbursts.
everybody
and all
likes that stuff, and they're always going to be around. But like Chris said, something that's limited edition, something that's a really cool finish that takes custom shop quality to a year or an era that maybe is forgotten and shows you what it really can be with that formula. It's solid. So take a listen.
All right, we're back. Hopefully that demo didn't leave you in a purple haze.
Oh.
You know, the question on the internet is going to be, is it blue and black or white and gold? Is it purple? Is it blue? Whatever it is, it's cool.
It's cool. And I'm glad to have something that flips the script a little bit on Fender Custom Shop because, like I said, we've had some really cool stuff. This is a lead in to now a season where we're going to have some very traditional and some very modern stuff from the Custom Shop, and this is a good way to kick it off.
And again, limited edition, and in the year of the anniversary of the Stratocaster, which I think is pretty cool. So if you are not afraid to be a little bit different, this could be the guitar for you.
This was a 15th anniversary Strat.
Yeah.
When do you think the first year that they did an anniversary celebration Strat was?
That's a good question. As far as I'm aware of it, the first time I remember seeing it wasn't the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
That was the first time I remember seeing it. And the reason that's top of mind is Maurice has one.
Yeah.
Because he's as old as the Stratocaster is. And so he bought himself a 40th. And it has this nice, like, the more you know kind of star on the headstock with the 40th anniversary. So anyways, yeah, if they did a 30th, I don't know, but maybe the internet can let us know.
Yeah, because I want one. But this, yeah, 69 Strat, in the year of the 70th anniversary of the Strat, it's just neat. It's just neat. You know what I'm saying?
Neat.
It's neat. And I mean, I think the color is what's going to get people going about it. The history and the coolness of like this transitional year and all that, it's all great, but really it's the color.
Yeah, you know you want it. So since you want it, you should go to our website, which is
alamomusic.com.
And
it must be 18 years old or older to log on.
That's not true. Is it true?
There was a law that was passed in Texas actually for certain websites.
If you want to see certain things. Okay.
Yeah. You have to scan your ID.
This is going downhill fast. So yeah, alamomusic.com. You can check out all of the photos on this without entering an ID. And you can also purchase it online, but don't use your parents' credit card if you are under 18 years old, unless you have permission to do so. Then you buy all the stuff that you want. But yeah, so you can check out all the specs on this. The photos are of this guitar. And like I said, it's limited edition. We got the one from the show. How many more will be out there? I don't know, and it's gonna be a while. So get it while it's hot or purple or whatever it is. If you're new to our channel, you know what to do.
You want to like and subscribe and comment and share and turn your notifications on and keep coming back for more.
And follow and tip and send us gift cards and any of that stuff. I don't know.
Don't do that.
So anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.